I used to go up there and preach with Rick Joyner, and he had a lodge up there and all this stuff. Anyway, a man asked my wife, said, "Do you think if I built Bobby a cabin, he would come and stay?" And she said, "Well, you'll have to ask him." So he asked me, this man said, "If I build you a cabin here up in the mountains," there wasn't anything built right on that part of the mountain at that time. And he said, "Would you come and stay?" I said, "I'll have to ask the Lord." So I asked the Lord, I said, "Lord, do you want me to come to?" He said, "Yes, I do." So I told the guy, "Yes, I do." Finally, they built a cabin. It was a real nice, snug little cabin by a running stream. And so the night that we're going to dedicate the cabin, me and the man that had paid for having it built, we're in there, and we're the only human beings there. And I've got him by the hands, and we're praying, and all of a sudden you can hear big steps walking behind us. And we're the only two people there. No other people were on the mountain at that time. And he squeezed my hands real hard. He said, "I got to go home."
I was squeezed.
I said, "Yes, you've got to go home." So he goes, drives off in his truck, and I go back in the house and in the cabin, and there's the fire. It's burning, and I sat down on a love seat or a little sofa in front of the fire, and I hear a noise out on the front porch. Now, this is the first time any human being has ever been in that cabin, and I hear a noise out on the porch, and I thought, well, I'm going to go see what that is. I walk out there, and so help me, there's 14 to 18 angels on my porch in Moravian Falls, and they're dressed like pilgrims. And here's what they said: "What took you so long?" See, they did not have a commission after Zinzendorf and those guys left. And these angels were there, and they're waiting for a commission. "What took you so long?" And I'll just be honest with you, I had a time with those angels out on the porch. Listen, they could jump off the porch, jump back on the porch, and distance meant nothing to them. And they could move so fast, your eyes couldn't keep up with them. And they were 14 to 18, but I couldn't count. I think they were 18, but I'm sure there was 14. And anyway, I'm out there playing with them, honestly, and they go, whoosh, and they disappear. And I'm standing by myself. I was right in a crowd of angels, and now I'm by myself, standing out on the porch. And I thought, oh, man, how dumb am I? I should have been inquiring of those angels. So I go back into the house. I stir the fire up because it had kind of dwindled down. And I'm sitting on the sofa like this, and a knock comes on the door. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I'm talking about a knock. Wham, wham, wham. My heart jumped all the way up in my throat, and I sounded like a little teenage girl. I said, "Come in." And a voice of full authority said, "No, you must come out." And so help me God, I walked to the door, opened the door. There stood Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Not a trance, not a vision, Jesus. And he had a bottle in his hand that looked like a champagne bottle, but it wasn't. And he said to me, "We're going to have a christening service, but you don't know anything about christening." Walked right by me, walked down the hall, turned down the hall, went to the bedroom. I'm following him. And he took the bottle and went wham and hit the wall like that. And the bottle shattered, and there's oil running out of the bottle down the wall. And I didn't say it. I thought it out. Oh, man, how am I going to tell the guy that built the cabin the first night the wall is that damage? He wheeled around. The Lord wheeled around and rebuked me. He said, "You never have to apologize or attempt to explain what I do. Look." And I looked at the oil coming down the wall, and it turned into a war map, a map of the world. And the Lord would touch the parts of the world. And he said, "You can only target what I target, or you'll become a target." And boy, my hair goes poof like that. And for days, my hair would go poof like this, and you couldn't make it lay down. It was the craziest thing. But that's how
when the Lord left you from that, when he came, how did he leave? Like, did he walk out the door again, or did he
walked right to the door and just didn't even open the door, just disappeared, just like that. When he knocked on the door, listen, it's really, really real. The Lord is really real, and he wants us to engage him.